Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if it's your first time here, hello, my name is Missa, and today, as you can see by the title, I'm going to be doing a full face of my favourite makeup products. Old favourites, new favourites, classic makeup that I just love. I was going to sit and do like a favourites video, but then I thought just put it on your face, you need to do your makeup anyway. And this is the look that's kind of come out of it. I've done quite a natural cut crease with a blue liner and then a lovely red lip, but very healthy looking dewy skin. That was dewy and glowy, dewy. So I'm using products like Makeup Revolution foundation, my Colouring Queen of Hearts palette, also my new collaboration pigment with Sample Beauty. I've been talking about this on my Instagram, but if you didn't know, I released a pigment with Sample Beauty. They released about 25 or so and I was one of the artists that they picked, and mine is blue and it's got it on my winged liner today. You'll see it closer up in person. If you want to have a look at this online, I'll leave the link down below, and also a money off code. If you want to use it, use my code. I've tried to go for a good mix of high-end and drugstore in this video, and I'm really pleased with how the look came out. I think it's nice, and I'm going to stop yabbering on. So if you want to see how I got this look and see what my kind of favourites are at the moment, then please just do keep on watching. So I've already got this eye done because I put up a poll on Instagram and asked if people wanted to see me film it, because it's a look I've definitely done before-ish. But I decided to just use like browns and things because I use a lot of bright colours, and I also use like a lot of pinks and purples and things like that, and I thought a lot of people don't want to wear those colours on their eyes, so I would just do like warm browns and oranges and beiges. I've jazzed it up a bit with the wing, but you could just do a plain black wing, obviously. I'm just going to prime my eye. I'm using my PS My Perfect Colour. This is a recent favourite for eye priming. I've actually not used it like to conceal spots because I just don't think it's got the coverage, but certainly as just a nice primer for an eyelid, it's really nice. It's just got the right amount of coverage to get rid of veining and redness, and also it's not very thick, so it's good for layering shadows on top. And then for this look here, I used sellotape because it just gives that really sharp line. It's a trick I used to do like pretty much every time I did my eyes, and then I got quite good at like freehanding it, but I just thought we'd go back to sellotape today. It's an old favourite way of doing my eye makeup, so it fits in with the theme. You want to put it on the back of your hand a few times just to take off like the worst of the stickiness as well, and then just plonk it on. Try and kind of match your other eye. I find it very difficult to match it to my other eye, to be honest, but what can you do? So for my eyeshadow today, I'm taking one of my top favourite palettes. This is the Colouring Queen of Hearts palette. This has a very special place in my heart. I love it so much. I'm going to use one of my favourite eyeshadow brushes, which is the Nima Bell brush, and dip into the shade Princess. I did say I wasn't going to use pinks, but this is just my initial kind of transition, so you won't even really see it. But it's just going to help the other shadows blend. And I'm pretty much putting that all over and winging it out along that sellotape. So almost up to my brow, in my crease. And if you've got hooded eyes, you want to do a lot of your makeup with your eyes open. So I've got my mirror just in front of me here, and I'm keeping my eye wide open and taking that shadow above it, so I know that when my eye's fully open, I can actually see what's going on. That's just washed all over my lid, and then I'm going to take my other, well, one of my other favourite blending brushes, which is the ABH A25. I'll link my brush video up here. I think it's on this side, and I'm gonna dip into the shade, I think it was, oh no, I did this one first, Empress, which is the gorgeous orange, and I'm just gonna work that mostly on my outer V and then drag it inwards through my crease. Again, I've got my eye open, so I can see that the shadow's going well above my crease, which is good because then it'll actually make an impact. And then I'm going to start to wing it out along the tape. Looks a bit stark right now, but don't worry. And then just make the shape a bit nicer, just round it off. Just no complaints with the pigmentation or quality of these shadows, it's just so good. I'm gonna dip into the shade Air, which is this light one here, and I'm just gonna go around that orange. And that's gonna help it blend more into my actual skin and be a bit less stark. Because we've got that tape, this look is just really simple and quite fast. Then I'm dipping into Duchess, which is the deep brown matte in the palette. There's a deep brown shimmer as well. I've never actually used that colour, just because a brown shimmer is not something I really use, but every other shade in this palette is glorious. And I'm gonna just kind of follow what I did with the orange, pack it on the outer corner and along the tape, and then up into the crease, but I'm not going to take it quite as high as the orange because I want it to fade into the orange really nicely. Right now I'm doing like circular motions with my brush. But again, I do want to be able to see it when my eye's open, so I will keep my eye open and gently run it towards the front of my eye. And then just on that same brush I've been using the brown on, I'm going to dip back into Empress. And just make sure that my brown is fading really nicely into orange. Just again, circular motions. I'm going over the edge of the brown. And that's just going to help it blend really seamlessly. Pick up a bit more product. Like that. And then that's our really lovely blendedness. We do need to pack on brown on the outer corner. What brush did I use for that? Just going to pick up Duchess again and just pack that on my outer corner. Probably to like halfway, and doesn't matter, we'll cover up a lot of it. So I'm taking a concealer, any will do, and I'm just going to cut my crease. Again, if you've got hooded eyes, do this with your eyes open as much as you can. So I'm looking straight into this mirror. Let me move it around a bit more, kind of straight on. So I'm looking straight into this mirror. Grab it. Obviously I'm trying to match it to the other side. But by looking straight into a mirror, I can see how high up I need to bring it so that when my eyes open, it's actually showing. So if I look at you, you can see that with my eye open, which is important. But my other one, I took really high, to be honest. I made a bit of an accident. So I need to just match it up to the other eye. Just gonna start to drag the excess concealer over my lid. Go a wee dab more. And then I'm going to take a flat brush and just really smooth that out. So now I've got that concealer really nice and smoothed down. I think I've been opening my eyes, it's probably all creased. I'm going to go back into Queen of Hearts in the shade Air on a flat brush, and that's just the shade that I'm going to use to set my concealer. And this is what's kind of helping keep the look pretty neutral. I think if I went in with like a metallic or something, it would look beautiful, but I'm trying to do like a fairly neutral look. I'm not gonna say natural, but neutral. So I'm just gonna Pop this all over the concealer. Then I'm taking my favourite brush for blending cut creases, the Makemeupmissa brush, and I'm first of all gonna dip into the shade Empress, which is the orange. I think it's Empress, isn't it, not Impress. And just start patting that on. I like to kind of initially pat, and then I kind of start to blend with swiping motions. And then I'll dip into Duchess on the outer edge, because that's where it needs to be the deepest. And then I'm going to go into Princess at the beginning, where the kind of creamy colour hits the browns and oranges. Just patting that and then dragging it a little bit. I'm just going to leave it at that. I think that's kind of as good as I'm going to get it. So now into the wing. Now I've got a few favourite liners. The BAM Schwing is definitely one of them. I really, really like that one. But another one is the Art Deco High Precision Liner in black, or 01, which is black. It's just got such a fine point for drawing on your face. And it's just a really, really good one. We all have kind of preferences, I think, with liners, but I like really fine felt tip ones. And then I'm just gonna put it on. I'm gonna find the outer corner of my eye and drag it along to the tape. And then just do a line up the tape. And then start to sweep it in towards my eyeball. I've gone for quite a thick wing. I just think this liner is perfect. It's quite expensive. Art Deco seems to be fairly expensive. It's about £20 or so. And because we've got that tape, we've got such a safety net. Like, we can just literally draw and it doesn't matter. So you could leave it here, take the tape off, just have a black wing, put on your mascara or whatever, and go. I'm gonna use a blue liner because I just like jazzing it up a little bit. And I'm actually gonna be using my pigment collaboration with Sampo Beauty. I've been posting about it on my Instagram stories quite a lot, but if you haven't seen it, it is this gorgeous blue pigment with Sampo Beauty, and it's called Missa. If I put the lid on, I can show you. It's got my name on it. Ooh, ooh. Here are the swatches of the pigment. This is a dry swatch, so just with my finger dipped in the pot. That's just one swatch. And then this is it mixed with a mixing medium. So I've just like mixed a bit of the pigment in with a mixing medium, so it's a bit more pigmented, as you can see. I'm using the Meron mixing medium. However, you can literally just use water as well. So I'm just gonna take some of the pigment with some of the mixing medium. I'm just doing it in the lid. And then on a little skinny brush, I'm just gonna paint this over my whole black wing. And it's just bringing that lovely touch of metallic blue to the look, which I think just gives it a little bit more pizzazz. So now that that blue line's dry, I'm actually going in with my favourite glitter liner. This is my favourite drugstore glitter liner because my favourite high-end ones are the Urban Decay Heavy Metals, which if you watch my channel, you'll have seen me use them a lot, but my favourite drugstore ones are the Collection Glam Crystals, and actually I think they're the only drugstore brand that actually offers really good liquid liner with glitter. This is the new one called Cosmic Stars. It's like quite a clear holographic one. And I'm just gonna put that over the blue just to give it more of a glitter sheen than a metallic sheen. This is another completely unnecessary step as well, but I just loved how it looked on the other eye. So now I can peel the tape off, and all being well, we will have a lovely crisp line. And all is being well. And then what I did on this side was actually filled in a bit more tail just with black so it looks more ombre. So that's what I'm gonna do here. I'm just extending the tail a little bit and then filling it in. So I'll throw on my lash and then we can finally move into skin, because this is probably going to be a long video as always. I can't do short videos, it's literally impossible. So I have a lot of favourite foundations. I do struggle to pick one, but I thought I would do a drugstore one since I've used quite a high-end eyeshadow palette. So the one I'm picking today is the Revolution Pro foundation drops. I use the shade F2. These are incredible, truly. The finish, the coverage is nuts considering it's a drop foundation. So I'll put these on and show you. Give them a good shake and then lean forward so you're not getting it on your clothes. I do use quite a lot, but you know me, I use a lot of foundation anyway. So I couldn't really tell you how many drops I use, but yeah, a lot. So I'm going to use my favourite sponge at the moment. This is the LA Girl sponges. You get 2 of these on Beauty Bay for £10. Go and buy them. Really recommend them. Very good. And I'm just going to blend these in. Yeah, I used these yesterday for the first time in a while. Because I've been really hooked on, where is it? In here. I've been really hooked on my NARS Radiant Longwear one, because it's my newest kind of high-end one and it's incredible. And I've also been wearing a lot of Dermacol recently, which is another really good foundation for coverage. But I used these yesterday and I was just like, oh, how do I not use these more? They're quite affordable. They're £7, so it's not like super cheap, but it's a really good price. Only thing is you do only get 18 mils in here, so it's not like a full 30 mils. Just look what that's done to my skin. My skin looks so good. I mean, I can still see this blemish and a few through here, but like, I don't care because my skin looks like skin whilst being like really evened out, and I just love it. I'd really recommend these foundation drops. I've got normal to dry skin, and they work well on me and last well on me. I think if you had super oily skin, maybe don't go for these because they do have quite a dewy finish, but they're lovely. For concealer, I've spoken about this a lot in recent videos. It's the Urban Decay All Nighter for under these eyes, and I'll do one eye on camera and you can see the difference. This is the best concealer I've tried in a really long time. If you've got darkness under your eyes, you are going to want this concealer. It honestly just makes them disappear, like reflects the light so that it looks like you've got no shadow. Look at the difference between those two eyes. I think that's an enormous difference, really. Do you not think? I just think it's the best concealer I've come across, and as soon as this starts to run out, I will just repurchase it without a moment's hesitation because I know how good it is. So that's it on both eyes. I wear fair neutral, by the way, if you're kind of wondering what colour to match to, that is what I wear. And then to powder, I'll bake my under eyes using the RCMA translucent powder. I've got mine decanted into this pot. It's an incredible, it's just really good. It doesn't oxidize my makeup in any way. It stops any creasing. It's pretty inexpensive. I think it's under, I don't know, prices are always going up. Every time I look on Beauty Bay, the prices are more expensive. but I think it's still around 10 or 15 pounds for a huge tub. So one of these tubs will last you at least a year, realistically. So I'll leave that kind of sitting there, and then facially, I always have loved the Maybelline Matte Maker powder. I think it's just really good. It's light, it doesn't feel heavy, it doesn't look powdery. It's just a great powder, and it's very inexpensive. I think it's like $3.99. And I powder my whole face because to me it's just like feels more secure having my foundation powder down. So that is how my skin is looking just now. I think it looks really good, it looks really evened out, it looks really fresh. It's still got quite a luminosity to it. I don't know if you can see that on camera, even though I've powdered, and I just think it's lovely. So I'm going back to an old favourite for contouring. I'm going to use my Makeup Revolution Ultra Pro HD Powder Contour Kit. This is £8 I think, and it's really, really good. I do only use these two shades mostly. I'm going to pick up like just a mixture of these two. And just sculpt the wee face, you know. They blend very easily, and it's just a really good colour if you've got pale skin. Get the 5 head. Likewise to contour, I've got a lot of favourite bronzers. ABH Rosewood is a real favourite. I really like this one. It's a really good colour for me. However, I'm going to use my Milani Baked Bronzer in 04 Glow, because this is quite a good dupe of the MAC ones that have a little bit of shimmer to them. So it's not sparkly or glittery, but it's got a little bit of sheen, so that when you use it, it's just quite a natural sheen it gives you, rather than just a really flat matte bronzer. I think 04 is really nice for a fair complexion like I've got. I've also got shade number 5, which if I'm wanting a bit more kind of bronze, I'll go in with shade 5. But if you're maybe wanting to try a MAC one, and you don't really want to splurge on it, try the Milani. They're still like, I think £11 or so, but really worth it. And I've had this one for ages, and it is not at all a hitting pan. So I've just been looking through my highlighters, and I was gonna just pick my recent favourite, which is the ABH, what's it called? Dream Glow Kit, which is pretty new to me, but I've been wearing it for like a week and a half, and it's beautiful, it's perfect, I love it. However, I thought, no, throw back to an old favourite, so I'm going to use the MUA Undress Your Skin, which is in Pink Shimmer. I have not used this in so long, but I remember I used to absolutely love it, so I'm gonna use this. So hopefully it still performs. See it dry, and then I might try it wet. It's definitely there, I can see it, but it's maybe just slightly chalky for my skin tone. You know what I mean? Like it's got a bit of a cast. Do you know what? I might try the gold one, because maybe that'll suit my complexion better. So this one's in iridescent gold. Same brand, same kind of product. And to see if this maybe suits my skin tone a bit better. Remember, I used to really like this one as well. I'd say that's a bit more glowy. Full show. So loading up my brush. This is just water in a, I need to go back to Primark and get more of the primer water, because I do remember liking that as well. This is it wet. Yeah, I mean that is really nice. It is nice. I can see why I used to really love this, especially because of the price. I think they're like £3. But it doesn't hold a candle to the ABH Dream, or I really like the BAM and what's it called, Mary Lou, the Amrezi highlighter. I just feel like it's like emphasizing the texture on my skin, and it's also kind of sitting on top of my skin and not kind of melting in. But alright, let's try and even this all out with a bit of blush because it's looking a bit stark. One of my favourites, a long time favourite, is the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. This is an old YouTube favourite. I bought it because Nikki Tutorials was talking about it. And this has a lovely kind of peach luminosity to it. That's helping my highlight really blend in nicely as well. And then back in with the powder brush. And this is just helping there be no harsh lines. I'm gonna quickly just finish off my under eyes off camera. I'll just run some of those warm shades underneath just to save time. Then we'll move on to lips and setting spray, and then that'll be my kind of full face done. But so far, I'm really liking how it's looking. It's still quite dramatic. I was definitely trying to do a bit more natural makeup today. Oops. Right, nobody is to panic, but I'm gonna go in with a red lipstick because I just fancy it. I'm gonna use one of the best lip liners you can get. The Primark lip liners are phenomenal. They are £1. They are great. I have some MAC, I've got NYX, I've got Jared Cosmetics, I've got Maybelline, L'Oreal, Urban Decay. I've got a really good mix of high-end to drugstore lip liners. However, the Primark £1 ones are incredible. You can see how much I've used this one. It's pretty much done. So this is just the red one. From what I know, they don't really have names. But the nude ones are great. Oh, they're just all great. So I'm gonna use this as my lip liner. And they're just the right amount of stiff, but creamy. That sounds funny. And now that I've well and truly overlined my lips, I'm gonna go in with my favorite drugstore liquid lipstick. These are the Barry Makemeupmissa. These are really, really good, especially this color Paparazzi. It's gorgeous. My biggest complaint with these is that they don't run light enough. I want a super, super light nude from them, and they've not given me one yet, so hopefully they sort that out. But this is gorgeous. It's a really nice formula. It's really liquidy, so it doesn't feel thick. And I find that it lasts really well. It's a really like true Hollywood kind of red. Isn't that a gorgeous color? It looks like suede on the lips. Then our last step of any makeup look is a setting spray. Wrong drawer. 2 minutes. If you had a gun to my head and you said, what's your favourite setting spray of all time? I would really struggle to pick between the Milani Make It Dewy or the Milani Make It Last. Now, if you have really dry skin, or like normal to dry, or you want dewy skin, get the Make It Dewy. This is incredible. It is like the new iconic London one, except it's not got like a kind of sparkle to it. It just makes your skin look super dewy. If you've got oily skin, or you're gonna be in a hot country, you're gonna be on holiday, if you just want your makeup to last all day, all night, get the Make It Last by Milani. These are incredible, incredible setting sprays. I cannot recommend them enough. Sorry if you can hear Hamish yelling at his computer game. Darling, Would you shut your door over or turn it down? Because you're very loud. I can't decide what one to use today. I think I'm going to go for Make It Dewy because I've got quite a sheen to my skin already and I kind of want to keep that going. But if I was like doing this makeup and maybe going out later on for a date or, you know, to a party or something, I would go in with the Make It Last. I think my skin looks so lovely and healthy with all this like combination of products on it. But if you have oily skin, don't get this one. Don't go near it. Go for the Make It Last. And here we are then. This is a full face of favorites and like recent favorites and also old favorites. I really like how my makeup came out. I think it looks really nice. You could of course substitute this for a nude lip and have it more wearable, or just black liner, but I just think altogether like my skin looks healthy, my eyes are bold, my lips are bold, and that's, you know me, that's the kind of looks that I go for. Also this t-shirt's really cute from Primark. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful actually seeing my favorites in action as opposed to me just saying this is my favorite eyeshadow palette, this is my favorite concealer, and seeing why I love them and seeing them kind of on the skin. And I think I've got a really good mix of high-end and drugstore products on. I love my high-end products, I'm very partial to them, but I also love my drugstore products, obviously. So thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it and I really hope to see you in my next video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it, and I'll see you in my next one. What am I doing? Bye.